Hang on.
God.
Thank you.
Recording is on.
There we go. All right. So before we get started, what I usually do is I have you. Hold on. Brian knew you too? This is Mom?
Yes, Mom.
Cool. Okay. Hang on. Because he's talking about he loves you. Hang on. He's like coming in. It comes in and side hugs you. Hang on. Like this all the time.
Yep.
Like that. Hang on. Sorry. Is this? Is it like a brother? Hang on.
My brother.
Perfect. Okay, cool. I'm trying to figure out, I'm like, is it, what relationship is it? And like, there's no kissing on the lips or anything. It's all like, okay. Oh, they'll do that. Yeah, they have, he does it right here. And so I'm like, okay, hang on. Wait. So what? It's just like he goes, it's just like I just left. It's just everything the same. Talking about looks just left. Talking about how he's apologizing. Sorry, Mom, I'm sorry. I don't know what's going on with that. You were with me. What? You were? Okay, cool. Perfect. Okay, I'll get a lot of confused faces because remember, I don't know.
Oh, you're right. You're right on.
Okay, cool. Hang on. Why are we holding his hand all the way through it? Hold on. Hold on. Wait, don't tell me. Hang on. Let me figure it out. Hang on. I love doing this. This is like a mystery that
I'm sorry. Okay.
You're fine, baby. Hang on. Don't be sorry for anything. Hang on. Let me see. Let me ask him. Let's see if he'll take me down that road. Was he on a breathing machine?
Oh, well, yeah. He was on it.
Okay. It's okay. He's like making me hear it. I'm not feeling it. I'm just hearing something. I'm like, what is this? Hang on. He lived in this house?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. He's talking about walking. I'm trying to get him to tell me I passed, and he's like walking up and down the hallways right now. And so I'm like, this is the house. And he's talking about like he's like, oh, this is my room. He's talking about like, don't change it. Y'all haven't changed it yet?
Not really. I mean, I know he moved in with us as an adult.
Okay, that's perfect. He's talking like
as a kid, he moved away and he came back and he lived here as an adult. And nothing.
Okay. It's okay. He's like, don't change it. And I'm like, okay. I mean, I'm like, what are you doing? Why do you live there? Like, you're like 23 or something like that. Hang on. Was he?
He was 24. No,
perfect.
Well, yeah, you're right.
Cool. Okay, cool. He's just like showing me an age.
23 when he moved in. That's true. Yeah, 23 when he moved in. 24. Again. Yeah.
Okay. He just showed me the age that I got pregnant. And I was like, I'm 23 at that point, about to be 24. That's why I was like, okay, hang on. Wait. I'm trying to take him to it. Obviously, it's traumatic. I'm asking him, did he want to die? He said no. He didn't. Which now that, because he's higher, now I know. Because I always start off low. So I'm like, how did this happen? What happened here? What happened here? Hang on. Why? He makes me feel bad. Hang on. Why are they talking about they couldn't keep me alive? They couldn't keep me alive. He keeps like going with the took me out, Amie. It took me out. Just wiped me out, Amie. Just wiped me out. What wiped you out, dude? What wiped you out? Yeah, dude. Came at me and hit me, and that was it. He's a word person. He's not showing me any photos right now.
He's a word person.
He's a word person. Usually they go photos with it, and I'm just saying it. So you're going to hear me say a lot of things underneath my breath. Hang on. Right? He didn't know what to do. Why are you apologizing? You shouldn't be apologizing for any of this. You didn't know this was going to happen to you. Like, don't worry about it, dude. Hang on. Was he in some sort of like... See, he makes me feel, was he like on life support for a long time or something like that?
Kind of. It's like he was sick.
Yeah, exactly. Sorry, because he keeps talking about like keeping me on, like they're trying to keep me better. They're trying to
keep the hospital, back and forth in the hospital.
Perfect. Yeah, because I'm trying, like he's making me feel like I'm chronically ill. He's making me feel like they're trying to keep me alive. He's making me feel like it's like drowning out. He's making me feel like people are coming up and sitting next to my bed, like on the floor, like coming up and being with them. There's a whole lot of petting from like elbow to fingers. There's a whole lot of talking. There's a whole lot of head things going like this. There's a whole lot of, and he keeps saying, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to leave you. It's like he apologizes for not being able to hold on. And I don't, there's no reason for that. Hang on. That's part of theirs. It's, you know, y'all get worried about them. They get worried about you. It's vice. And the only thing that separates is this stupid little veil thing, right? Like that's it. Hang on. Great. I've asked about you. I asked about the sister. He's like, oh, she was great. Like that. Hang on. She was great. I'm like, okay. Hold on. We'd sit. Oh, you'd sit with him. Oh, he went downhill fast. Oh, what happened? I went all over my. Was he had like a type of cancer or something like that? Was it like leukemia or something like that, or what was it?
Rare sarcoma.
Okay. Because I don't have a sign for that. He's just making me feel it's all over. I'm like
very rare, and it was all over.
Oh, okay. Because another sign that he does when he was doing it, that's what made me feel like, he's like, you know how I said he's not feeling very well? He keeps showing me like how he used to be very filled out, like here. And then he shows me how it gets thinner and thinner and thinner and thinner. And like you could see through here. And hang on. Of course they miss you. He's like, Mom, do you miss me? I'm like, of course they miss you, stupid. She talks to you all the time, ding dong. Hang on. Yeah, pictures of me everywhere. I know. Hang on. I didn't want to eat. They used to try to feed me. I didn't want to eat.
Oh my God, yeah.
I don't want to eat. He's like, oh, he's like looking at it, something like sandwiches or like potato chips or something like that, and like staring at it, like looking away. I'm like, oh, hang on. Play with me. He's talking about like scrolling through a phone or something with his sister. Would you sit on his bed and like do that or something like that? I don't know what he's doing.
No.
Hold on. It's something like that. He's like screen time or something. Hang on. Well, how long ago was this? Hang on. Don't tell me. Hang on. Come here. Come back over here. Oh, he just filled himself out right now. So he's showing me what he looked like when he was sick. And right now he just like filled himself out again, like in front of my eyes. And now he's like kind of glowing, which is really weird because that's not a thing that ever really happens. And was it like this past year? Okay, I asked him, I was like, how long ago is this? Because he's talking really well. And usually if they haven't been gone for a crazy amount of time, it's harder. And I think it's just because he's so strong. And I was like, how long? He's like, just this past year. I'm like, okay. Just like a spring walk, you know. Hold on. Wow. Plus something about plants. Something about, I'm just going to tell you what I'm getting right now. He's trying to flash images to me right now. And I'm like, all right, hang on. Do y'all? What is up on his bed and he's petting it? I don't know what this is. It's small. Do y'all have a dog and a cat, or like a large dog and a small cat, or a large cat and a small dog, or something like that?
Yeah, large dog and a small dog.
Okay, perfect. It's like super big because he has one like up here with him, and then he has one like down on the, like he's just showing me this, like these are the things that are around, and like a bigger one that like the head, you know, is right here. I'm like,
got one with him right now.
Yeah, there's one of them with him. Hang on, let me figure out. Yeah. Hang on. We had to let him go. Do we have to put this one down? Perfect. It's okay. They're talking about we had to let him go, so it's a male. Okay. Hang on. He's good. He's good. He's good. He's good. He's good. He's good, Mom. Hang on. Okay, that was her baby? That was your baby? Hang on. Oh, my dog. What was wrong with him? He was getting sick. He was getting old.
Yes.
Okay, these are his words. Hang on. Fine. He's fine now. He's so light. He's so light. So it's another interesting thing that just happened. He had like a hospital band on or something like that when he's talking to me, and he like breaks it off. I guess that's like an image of saying he's fine now. I'm like, okay, cool. Hang on. They found me, Mom. They found me. Who's they? Who's they? I'm getting so lightheaded right now. Hold on. Can you tell me? Who's a woman? Who's a woman? What is that? He's talking about was he in like a living room or something like that when this happened?
Mm-mm.
Really? He's talking about a place where everybody can gather around. And I'm like, it's a big, big space. Hang on. Hang on. Who is this woman? He's talking about, because everybody's okay over here. So I'm wondering who this is. I think it may be his guide or something like that. Like literally like they're waiting for him and like takes him. Like that's who's there. That's who's there. I don't know who this is. It's just this lady in there. Hang on. Hang on. Mom. Why is he saying don't? Hang on. Are y'all she did. Who? Okay, this is so hard because they say words and then I'm like, okay, are you talking about it then, now, or what's did Mom, are you getting a tattoo for him?
We are gonna get a tattoo for him. I'm definitely getting one.
We talked
Okay.
about it. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Because I'm like, it's not happened yet. It hasn't happened yet. And he's talking about that's why he's like, don't go do this for me. And I'm like, but wait, has it not? And then, but he's smiling about it. And so I'm like, okay, so are you being sarcastic? Or are you really not? Like, what is that? Because like,
well, I'm still gonna do it. So
yeah, no, it's not bad. No, you can. I think it's more.
No, he knows how I am. I'm gonna do it.
Exactly. Yeah, he does. He totally does. Hang on. Somebody sings in the shower. She talked. Oh.
Somebody singing in the shower?
Yeah, somebody's singing in the shower. It's weird. I don't know what's happening right now. I'm like, it's so random. All I hear is like shower water and singing in the shower. I don't know what's happening in my head right now. That's literally. He's going into you. He's talking about you and like how you're the person that like gets everybody up and going and like your friend group and everything. like she's the one that's like, yeah, come on, everybody here like this, like
it's like crazy sometimes.
Yes.
Like, woo! He's like, chill.
That's what he's getting into. Hold on, just like, wait. So what happened with you after that? Stay with me anymore. Stay with me to the kid stay. So where were you at when all this happened? Was it home? Did he pass it home? Really? That's weird. Because he's very comfortable. That's why it's so weird. Because usually if they pass in a hospital, they feel very cold. That's why. So it's interesting. Hang on. Did he get an infection because of this or something like that?
Yes, he did.
Okay. Because he's making me feel like on top of that, now I like have a fever and now I have like all this other like sweats and stuff like that. So I'm like, okay, and I'm getting really clammy. Hang on. I want them to know that I'm fine. I'm fine. Hang on. Replace it all the time. Was he actually buried? Perfect. Because he's talking about replacing stuff all the time or something like that. Or I don't know what that is.
It's like,
Oh, okay. Because whenever they talk about like, they always like to talk about if they're buried or cremated or what. When they're cremated, they'll talk about if you move them or like if we take them places. And he's talking about being laid and like having things being able to be changed. And I'm like, okay, so you actually are. Hang on. Your angel now. He says, I'm your angel now, Mom. Mom, hang on. I'm gonna yell at you. Hang on. Y'all both had dreams about him?
I have.
Perfect. Okay.
I've been
Cool.
waiting.
Okay. Wait. That's gonna.
I have had one.
Okay. It's only one though. It's not.
Just
So
one. I haven't had any any other since, just one very strong dream. And I don't know if it was just me thinking of him or if it was actually him visiting me.
What happened? What happened in it?
So it was like moments after he had passed. I was stationed, I'm in the military, I was stationed in Montana when he passed. So I wasn't home, a lot of sibling guilt.
Yeah.
And he visited, like, I was in my dream, and then I was like crowded, like a bunch of people in my dream, blah, blah. And then all of a sudden I see my brother in a distance in a crowd of people. And I started screaming for him, like, Brian, Brian. And he wasn't paying attention. And all of a sudden he looked up and said, I know. And he walked like right towards me, and like everybody went away, and it felt so real, like it was him.
Yeah.
And then I was like apologizing, like, sorry I couldn't be there. And then he was like telling me like, no, like, don't be sorry.
Yeah.
You know, and like,
yeah.
it was like so fast, but it felt so real too. Then I didn't know if it was just me wanting to see him or it was actually him.
No, that is. So whenever, especially because in a room of crowded people, so that's the thing. That's also, so a lot of those people that are in there are also people you shared with past lives with too. Those are also people that have came to get him. And like one of my first dreams that I had with my dad, he passed 2 years ago now. And the first dreams I had was I was walking into a mall food court. And he was sitting at a table, and there's all these other people around, and I see him and I'm like, Dad. Yeah. And he like gets up and starts walking towards me, and everybody spreads. And I actually told him, yeah, I was like, do you know you're dead? And he was like, yeah, how are you doing? And I'm like, oh, and the way you know if it's a real dream is that if it feels more real than reality itself. Like when you wake up and you question, you're like, was I there? Was I here? Like where? Yeah, that's a real one. And that's he'll come, and I'll talk about you, Mom, and like how to get him to come to you. Now with you, especially since it's in the very beginning, he was trying to work out. So a lot of times when people pass, and if you're not there, there's that frequency, there's that guilt, there's those lower feelings or those lower vibrations. And so they love you because what we are is love. And so they try to come and they bring you back up to that. So I'm glad that was a form of closure for you, and that was a form of closure for him. And so I'm glad he was able to do that. Now with Mom, it's going to be, especially where he's at. So he's not like my suicides and my murders and everything like that. And when I channel them, you can feel their pain. I mean, it feels like they're sitting right here on the edge of my bed. With him, he's like here, which is really, really good, because that means he's in a really, really good place. Now, I want you to know with him that if you want him to come see you, it's one of the reasons why he was saying he tries, but I think it may take a little bit longer. And I got to tell you about the crowded people thing too, one more time. It may take him a little bit longer just because you're so busy all the time. You're so intense. You're constantly moving. And when you get home, you're exhausted. And so you don't have that time to release. It's almost like your brain shuts down and then it starts going again as soon as you wake up. So it's not that time.
I had a dream that I've been wanting this so bad, because I've had a dream about my mother years and years and years ago. So I know that feeling, what you're talking about when you know. I knew that for sure. I've had 100 dreams with her in them, but I had the one dream with, I know she's seen me, like come to visit me. And with Brian, I actually want it so bad that I had a dream, like I fell asleep, and then I realized in my dream, oh shit, I'm asleep. This is my time. And in my dream, I knew I was sleeping, and I was like saying, Brian, this is it. Come see me. And nothing happened.
Yeah. It's
like, what the fuck? I know that I'm dreaming.
I know.
Like, come here. Like,
yes, it's because
talk, and nothing happened.
So your mother's passed?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So remember how I kept saying there was a woman with him, a woman to take him? Yeah, that's it. I haven't channeled her, but he just keeps showing me, and it's definitely like this line directly to him. So, and she passed before he did, correct?
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay. I can see if I can, hang on. That's a whole, we can get into that again. That's a whole nother thing. Hang on. With the crowd of people too. So this happened right after he passed, you said, with a dream?
Yeah, like
okay.
After.
Yeah.
Okay. So I remember there was this one time I had a session with this woman, and I was going to talk about, it was about her mother. And it was actually our second session, and she came to my house. It was when I was doing in-person too at the same time. And I was just like, there's a man here too. I said, he wasn't here last time. And I go, and I can feel him. I go, but it's like he's with a crowd of people and they're celebrating. I said, but he's not paying attention to me. I said, I can't get him. I said, he's talking to them, being welcomed in or something like that. It's like a celebration. And she goes, my father just died 2 hours ago. And I was thinking about not coming to this, but I wanted to see if he would come through. And so the crowd of people is like everybody welcoming them in. That's what I figured out. So just know that too. Okay. And so for right now, hang on, let me get back into him really quick. Do y'all have any questions for him or anything?
Oh man. I mean, I always I just wonder, I was always the rebellious sibling. He was the role model. I was the middle child crazy.
Yeah.
And I was like, I just, I obviously was just doing my own thing, being crazy, whatever. And then I finally just did all these great things since he passed away. And I just
hang on.
I wonder if it makes him, yeah.
Oh, hold on. Give me 1 second. Hang on. He says she's stepping up. She's finally doing her job. Hang on. Are you in volunteering and stuff too?
Yes, all the time.
Okay, sorry, because he's talking about either ranking up or something like that. He's talking about volunteering. He's talking about
yes, I'm doing that to make him proud. I talk about wanting to rank up all the time to mom to make him proud and stuff.
You doing a good job. Yeah, there's that. There's volunteering. There's hold on. You're a big puppies and animals person. Hang on. Hang on. Yeah, that's a whole thing. God, you make a great vet one day. FYI, that's just a whole nother layer of you. Hang on.
She's a great puppy. Yes.
Yeah, that's a whole thing. Sorry, it's just showing me how caring and how intense and how much you're in with you really have almost turned this corner to where you're really empathetic with anybody. You're not just all about me anymore. Yeah,
I used to be all about me. Now my heart's so big. Ever since I lost Brian, it's just my whole mentality has changed.
Yeah.
For everyone around me.
Yeah, it's yeah, he totally knows. He totally knows. Hang on. And then are you in a relationship with somebody right now? Okay. Are you getting married to him? Are you getting married to him?
We haven't got married yet, but I really do like him and
like him
a lot.
Okay, because there is a joke that now this is not him telling you don't. He says, "Oh, don't get married to that guy," like that, and I'm like, "Oh my God, stop!" That's a joke, though. That's sarcasm coming through. So that's what I was like.
You see me because he has an inside joke where I'd always be dating all guys and bringing him around, and he'd be like, "That guy isn't gonna last long." I think he's doing that, teasing me. Yes,
yeah. He's like, "Don't get married to that one." That's what happens on that. And I'm like, "Oh my God, can you stop?" Yeah, he knows what's going on. He's around and just if you can Ma, I know it's gonna be really hard. If you can just shut your brain off for a little bit, that would be great. It would be more of if you could go on vacation for 3 or 4 days and just relax, then he can come through, because I want you to know when I feel him, he's very light. He's good though. It's not light in a bad way. It just means he's ascended. He's in a good positive place. He's fine. So just and don't want to have a dream about him, except that you will have a dream about him. Okay, that's the difference, because when we want something to happen, we have already exclaimed to the universe that we don't have it. Pretty much what that is. And so it's equal and opposite reaction. So if you want to have a dream about it, be like, I will be so excited when I get to dream about you. I'll be so excited when I get to see you. I'm going to love having a visit from you, like that, instead of I need you to be here. Right? Those have very, very different feelings about them. Okay. So for right now, what I want y'all to do, I guess in closing for right now, is if you need me again, please email me first. Okay. Because Mom, a whole other thing goes with you and y'all. So email me first, because if you want to have another session, I don't want you to wait till December. Just email me and I'll figure that out at the back of a time period. Another thing with this is whenever we get off this call, I want both of y'all to take 2 or 3 minutes, and I want y'all to have a good solid cry if we can. Okay, like an ugly cry, because what happens is that we brought all this in and we have to allow it to kind of dissipate too. Otherwise, it makes us feel nuts the rest of the day. And then the last thing is that tonight, before everybody goes to bed, if you can take 5 or 10 minutes and just tell him thank you. Okay, tell him you love him, tell him thank you, tell him I'm so happy you came here, because what he just did is he gave us a lot of his energy, and he's still kind of new, so it takes a lot more, and so we have to give some of ours back to kind of fill that cup up. Okay, because that's only fair.
Yeah.
So take a few moments, and I'll send you the recording tomorrow, and if you'll have any questions or if you need me, just email me.
Okay, thank you so much.
You're welcome. I love you guys. You're welcome.
Have a great night.
Thank you. Bye, y'all.
Bye.
Oh my God. She's good.
That was crazy.
She's
shit.
good.
There's no way she would. This was just crazy.
She's good. Oh my
He
God.
said, "Why do I see him being like this about you?" He said, "She's finally stepping up."
And this guy.
Volunteer.
What did you say?
ranking
I
up.
don't know. Rank,
That's
her using the word
ranking.
ranking is like, that's not like,
I see
I don't
volunteering and
rank
ranking.
I don't rank up in my word. Like a rank is not something, that's not something
And
anybody
that's something I'm
uses.
always talking to you about. Like, there's no way I'm not posting